like, oh, we do this, and I'm like, do we do this?
Oh gosh. And I was sending you pep talks. I'm like, we've got this. We're good. And because I'm glad we had this conversation. Because I thought, wow, we are really rusty.
We're so rusty. Yeah. Well, we're rusty being together.
Yeah.
Disney's here.
Yes. Yes.
Did
So
not put out that message. It was on when you put the card out, it popped on too. I am not that great. I gotta change it. I should see if I can change the message. Going, I can do this.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I love that song. It wasn't me. Gonna go on the mountain. Wasn't me. I love that one. All right.
Hello, everyone. Oh, yes. And oh, we're so all over the place. I was going to say, hello, everyone. Welcome to Universal Connections Oracle Chats. I'm Erin Lee of heavenlymessenger.com. And with me, as always, is my beautiful friend, Miss Bobbi Rowntree, born medium. And yes, I love what you've got going on there. You have it in all of your locations, which is super cool.
I actually moved it.
Oh, yeah. That's smart. That's smart.
You know.
Yeah, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while since the two of us have been together like this.
Because you have been teaching, you've been creating new Reiki masters and psychics and all kinds of other kinds of folks.
Oh my goodness. I mean, like I've just been nurturing and nourishing. They've been doing all of the hard work and the heavy lifting, but it has been such a trip. It's been so much fun. So yeah, and you've been here and you've been doing readings and doing things live, which is super cool. How has that experience been for you?
It's been good. I've missed you ever so much, though.
I know. Me too. Me too.
It's just so much different without you. When it's just me talking to me, it's just me talking to me, and that's just fun. It's me talking to you. So I missed you terribly. Everyone's missed you.
I've missed you guys too. I've missed you guys too. And I keep hearing the song Reunited and it feels so good.
I hear that song. The Dead play that song.
So what message do they like? What are they sharing when they share that song?
It's actually one of the songs that they use to let me know that somebody is together now on the other side, or even when we talk about people here, it's one of the songs that they use because there's actually certain songs that they use for things.
Yeah.
And for some reason, my brain is completely blanking on the other songs, but they'll pop in. But United is one of them. Yes.
Cool.
I know they're there. Or people I've read may go, Bobbi, it's always this song.
It's always this song. Yeah.
Different phrases. Do you the same things, right?
Pardon?
Like a certain song or a certain phrase, a certain cliche will actually mean a certain idea.
Yeah, will mean many things too. Yeah, as you say, absolutely.
Because are the angels as cloaked as people from the other? Because people from the other side have to figure out how I hear to figure out how to communicate through me to the person they love. So is it the same thing with the angels, or do they just know because they're the angels?
Well, I mean, I think that it's probably, I don't want to say that it's easier to develop a relationship, but it's kind of like you and I, when we talk, we know each other so well, and communication's really easy. But if I meet somebody new on the street, it's going to take a while for us to like learn how to talk, learn mannerisms, and different things like that. So for me, it's easy to connect with angels because we already have an established relationship where for you, you're potentially meeting somebody new every day or many somebodies.
But yeah, it makes sense too, because I always see people from the other side will show me that there is your medium today is Bobbi, and Bobbi has blah, 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 as her things. And then they'll just know, okay, this is part of the repertoire.
Yeah.
You'll meet them. But your angels will be like, that's our Erin.
Yeah, right. This is how we talk to each other.
Yeah, it's just knowledge inside rather than here, we'll inform you about this weirdo that you're talking through now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Hello,
absolutely. Yeah, so we've got lots of people who have joined us. Shall we say hello to everyone?
Yes, all of them.
All of them.
You go. You do it.
All right. Hello to Karine. It's great to see you. And Cassandra. Oh, we've missed you too. Yes, summer's here. And JC, I love seeing you. It's so good to see you. Hello to Mercy. And so before I go any further, what's our rhythm for today? Are we focusing more on chatting today?
I was thinking we would focus a little bit more on chatting, but if certain things come up, if we read a question, go, oh, I kind of think I might know the answer to that one, then yeah. But I think we're mainly basing on today. Do you have questions about stuff?
Absolutely.
Considering the theme for today is
stepping outside of your comfort zone. Did I get it right? Was that our theme?
You set the theme, woman.
I know, but I said a couple of themes, so I wasn't really sure which one we were going with.
We set the theme, and then we get started, and then am I freezing? Somebody's freezing. Green says.
Oh, I'm not seeing you freezing. Are you seeing me freezing?
I'm out of doors, so I was just on a Zoom call, and I had to go back indoors because it was messed about.
Okay, well, fingers crossed that we thaw out because it is summer, as Cassandra says. So we'll thaw out the freezing and hope that technology kicks in. Actually, we could call on a couple of angels to help and support us with this.
Archangel Michael's really good with that. That's right.
Yes, they absolutely can be. And I mean, you can blankly state, angels, please help me with whatever it is that you're dealing with. But the two that I would call on today are Archangel Michael, because he does help with technology. That's one of the things that he specifically works with. And Archangel Gabriel for communication, because that's what we're trying to do today, is we're trying to communicate. So I would ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel to help keep our communication as open and clear and easy as possible, so that you and I can hear each other and we can easily communicate with the people who have joined us.
Awesome. I am visualizing angel wings within my Wi-Fi fiber thing.
I love it.
Wi-Fi fiber. I have education, actually. I do. Anywho, people have joined us. Would you like to say hello to them, Erin?
Sure. Hello to Amanda and Sarah. It's great to see you both. Thanks for joining us.
Did we already say hello to Pamela?
Oh, no, we didn't. Hello, Pamela. We skipped over Pamela down to Karine in the freezing. Yes. Hello, Pamela. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. So, yeah, we were going to talk about stepping outside of your comfort zone. I have something that I wanted to share that was a lot of fun. But before I jump into mine, is there anything that's popping up for you about stepping out of your comfort zone that you wanted to share with us too?
I wore high heels all day yesterday, and now I have a blister. So I stepped into an uncomfortable zone. So I don't know if that's not the same relative. Yeah, no, it's not relative, is it?
It's not the same, but I really like how something that you did that is outside of the usual has created an opportunity for a new experience in your day-to-day life.
And to be perfectly honest, actually, what I did yesterday was go to a barbecue that was peopled with people I did not know.
For me, that would be a really big step outside of the comfort zone. Was that one for you too?
Cues were actually symbolic of the emotional, mental situation that I was putting myself through.
That makes sense.
Later, I would write that the shoes are so uncomfortable. The shoes give her blah, 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 as part of her discomfort in the social situation. So you're not just talking about the situation. So I had to pop in. Am I right?
Yes, you are. That's awesome.
There's a lady that's watching us for the first time. Look at that.
Oh, hi, KJ. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and Amy, and we've got Sarah and Cassandra asking some questions too. So we'll see what pops up. And I think JC had asked something earlier as well. So
about your son. Yeah, and actually, as soon as she asked, and every time I see JC, I actually see that stock footage of Bigfoot. That's what I always, because I always see JC's son as Bigfoot.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
And in actually also the mythological way of the idea of Bigfoot to myself, or the myth, not the myth, take that word away, the legends behind and the stories that have been handed down. And I would assume also JC knows more of what I mean than I do.
Yeah.
Okay, goody.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because JC and her son had popped into my head the other day because JC, thank you. You asked for some Reiki to be sent to you and to your kids and your son in particular. So that was why you had popped into my head, and I saw him being comfortable. So I comfort felt like it was positive. But
because look, JC's comment.
Yeah.
We saw a big
footprint on the island. Oh, that's awesome.
The Bigfoot, because then to let you know that's him. You're good. He's good.
Beautiful. That's awesome. That would be good to know.
I mean, compression into it. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. And just a quick pause. Hello to Nikki and to Marilyn. It's wonderful to see you both. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well, that was fun. Okay.
So I had an out of your comfort zone, really big kind of experience on Thursday. And if you're Facebook friends with me, you'll have seen a little bit of a post about it. But I drove down to Duncan, which is about an hour and a half from where I live, after work on like a work night. And I went to see a hypnotist show. And not only did I go on my own, which was honestly the big out of your comfort zone thing, I ended up hypnotized and on stage. And when I went up, there were 2 rows initially, and I went into the back row because I wasn't entirely sure that I wanted to be there. I have been hypnotized in the past, and I don't know if it's because of like the work that I do or the meditation or an openness, but I hypnotize like that. And so the hypnotist, his name is Scott Ward. He was fabulous. He started moving people around, and I was the first person that he moved out of the back, and he put me up in the front so I couldn't hide. And I was also the first person that he hypnotized while he was still figuring people out. So I was Tina Turner's backup dancer, and
that comes in.
Pardon?
You wrote me the text about it. I thought Scott was Tina Turner's backup. Well, that's a weird career switch, but entertainment.
No, I was Tina Turner's backup dancer, clapping and going into the audience. And
I wish I had been there. Is there any video whatsoever of this?
I'm not sure. I'd have to reach out to him because, I was there on my own. So certainly nobody that I knew was recording. So
who actually does the sound for the couch and theater?
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. I am going to be reaching out to him. Yeah.
So
he may or may not. Yeah, but that's okay. So I have a friend who did a similar thing. The hypnotist said to them, show us what job you will have in a decade.
Yeah.
And this poor guy in front of everyone, because so many of us were from our college were there, turns a chair around and starts giving her.
Oh, no.
And the hypnotist comes up to him and says, what do you do, sir? He goes, I'm a porn star, Mom. Like, holy shit. The poor guy had no idea till later that night, and everyone told him that he wants to be a porn star in a decade. Yeah. It was the poor guy. I felt so. I wasn't there at the time. I was just that Monday morning. I heard from everyone.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Not a person. It would be like you
being a porn star.
Yeah, it would be like you going, I'm a porn star.
Well, I mean, I didn't quite do that, but I did dance Baby Got Back, and I was smacking the booty.
Oh, so were you aware of what you were doing while you were doing it and just not in control of it?
So yes and no. So like your conscious mind steps to the side. With hypnotherapy, first of all, or with hypnosis, I should say, my understanding is, first of all, if you don't want to be hypnotized, then you won't be, you can't be. I could be wrong on this, so hopefully somebody will correct me. And basically kind of your conscious mind steps kind of off to the side. So if they suggest something that you aren't comfortable with, then you won't do it. So for example, one of the things that he did, he pulled out Titanic stuff. And the guy who was sitting next to me, we were going to be the king of the world or queen of the world. And he flings his arms out like this and he smacks me in the face. So I flung my arms out back to him. Anyway, one of the cues was for all of the women, the ladies, to start fawning over Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm like, oh no, that does not feel good to me, and I was like backing up, and he gave the prompt a couple times, and I'm like, no, can't. And so, you know, even if the prompt is there, there can be resistance to it as well. So it's not like you've been taken over.
Okay, so since I've been a vegetarian since I was 11 years old,
yeah,
I most likely could not be hypnotized into eating meat.
I would say not.
Unless someone told me it was pie. I wouldn't eat pie either. I don't like pie. So
yeah. Yeah, I would say probably not. That probably wouldn't happen because it's so firmly ingrained. Yeah. And, you know, there certainly would have been a time in my life that I probably would have fawned over Leonardo DiCaprio. So, you know, just bringing that up to the point saying that, you know, like that has shifted and changed for me. And it's been a far shorter time that I would have been opposed to it than you would have to meet. And that's part of your day-to-day life. So
other idea. What if I was and dead people who are in the room decide, hey, and suddenly it's like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost, because it does not happen that way. You actually do not start going, wah, wah, wah.
Right.
I can't say that doesn't happen. I guess I have no idea. I was born this way. So anyway, but yeah, so okay, that would be freaky dude.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And I just noticed Caitlin's message here. I know we've missed some, but Caitlin said, yes, that's correct. You can't be hypnotized if you don't want to be. She says, I've done it. Definitely stuff I would never do I would ever do in public. I'm very shy.
Say never, but that's a kind of a cool Freudian slip right there, Caitlin.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was aware, and it was a really weird, cool experience. Yeah, I would say exactly the same thing. I was very relaxed. Yeah. Oh, it was so much fun. I'm so glad that I went. I'm sorry that I didn't have time to gather anybody else up to go with me, because that would have been even more fun. But I'm kind of hoping to contact Scott and see if he'd come up here and do something in the Comox Valley, maybe in the fall, because he's based down in Victoria.
That would be neat. That would be very neat. Yeah.
We could have a whole Orkellian section and just go en masse. That'd be fun.
What happens when a whole ton of us are in one room?
Like,
let's converge.
Right?
I think we have people to say hello to.
Yes, I think you're right. Did you want to say hello? I've been saying hello.
Okay, fine. I'm always giving you the responsibility and you take it. Hey, gummit. All right. We've said hello to Marilyn. We've said hello to JC. Hello, Bonnie. Did we say hello to Bonnie?
No, hello, Bonnie's new. Hi, Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie. Yeah. Margaret.
And Margaret, it's so good to see
you. Amy. We said hello. We said hello to Pamela. Hello, Morning Star. That always makes me think of Satan.
Okay.
But I don't think Lucifer. I should say Lucifer. Because Satan is more derogatory towards the devil. Lucifer to me is an angel that's like one of us. There's wings out. Anyway, Kareem. Hello, Kareem. Hello, Martin.
And hello, Bonnie. I can't remember if we said hello to Bonnie. Hi.
Yes, we did say, and I think Bonnie needs a lot of hellos, because I said several hellos to Bonnie too. So obviously we're supposed to pay more attention to Bonnie.
More attention to Bobbi.
Okay.
Not Bobbi, or Bobbi too.
Yeah, Bobbi too.
Yes.
Okay.
Amy, and hello to Nicole. I don't think we'd said hello to Nicole yet. So hi.
Oh, I thought I may have, but everyone needs more than one hello.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now we're supposed to be talking about out of the box, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Out of the box thinking or out of the box feeling?
Well, I'm thinking maybe doing things. Sorry?
We have an example, actually. That's bizarre.
Awesome.
So this morning I woke up and I thought I need to, I don't know why. I went and I grabbed, I was going to bring it over actually, but it's over there. My Witch's Tarot, and it has no instruction booklet. So I went and I got this book I have that shows how to read tarot. It's pretty much a breakdown of tarot. So I started to read how to read tarot. I'm going to learn how to read tarot. So
I love that.
That's what happened today. Because I said the people in my head are telling me, because in my book, you know, I have to learn Reiki because my character George is a Reiki master. So I have to go learn Reiki.
Yeah.
And I think one of my characters is going to be teaching someone else tarot. I have to learn tea leaves as well.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
And I am open to anyone teaching me tarot if they want to teach me tarot. But I get to video it and put it on my YouTube channel.
Sounds good.
I benefited twice there. I picked that up. We'll figure out balance. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, because I don't know if I can teach mediumship. So, but I can teach meditation and yoga. I know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that you could teach mediumship if you wanted to, but
it's like trying to teach someone how to pee. Sorry. I know I'm doing the best. I usually say blink, but pee came out. So I'm sorry. It's the same.
Yeah.
Because you say just a child when you're teaching them how to pee. Happen. Relax. It's natural. You just have to be in the right place at the right time with the right amount of people around you. Hopefully, zero.
That's really interesting. I've never audience peed before.
Really, come on. Really, you've never peed with a bunch of girlfriends drunk on the side of a hill?
Oh no! While camping. Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. We all went into the bushes separately. I get maybe we're just prudish. Maybe that's something I need to step out of my comfort zone with is peeing with other women. So in the woods.
In the woods.
How did we end up here?
We can't be facing the same way, and then have your streams race.
Okay, if the streams are racing, I want to be uphill and not downhill.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You don't want to be trying to get out of the way. Anyway, I'm sorry, everyone. I actually took the conversation into the potty zone, like literally into the potty zone.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure how we ended up there, but I mean, hey, we go with where we go. So
yes, we go where the voices take us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and you gotta demystify all this. It's fun. It's natural. It's relaxed. Yeah.
And this is in reference to mediumship, just so that we're all clear.
Life itself.
Yeah, it's true.
Fun. It's relaxed. It's wonderful. It's what you make it. It's how you're feeling that day actually is your day. And how you're feeling that year. Well, that could be your crappy year. Yeah. I had today, everything I did, oh my God. You know those days where your hair is doing this all the time and you're trying to get stuff and you're doing that, and then you go to grab this and it flumps something in your, oh my God. You guys are trying to make me lose my mind, and it's not going to work.
Not today.
Not today, mother. Yeah, not today, Satan. And I don't know. Someone tell me, did Bianca Del Rio actually coin that phrase? It came after Bianca Del Rio. Bianca Del Rio just said it on Drag Race. Anyone?
Okay, I was a little lost because I haven't seen Drag Race, but I am familiar with the phrase. So I'm going to say probably it's been around a little longer.
That's what I thought. But yeah, Bianca is.
Yeah.
Bianca Del Rio is a queen worth checking out because they are hilarious.
Beauty.
All right.
So, what about talking about how to step out of the box. I think that's kind of what I've been thinking about. Like I guess, talk about changing things up, new experiences. If you aren't living what you're wanting to live, if you aren't experiencing what you're wanting to experience, then you need to change things up. So what could we do to step out of the box to
Yes,
make
I can
change?
start that, because where you end up, where you are actually is usually you're partway down the slide. You have built to where you are, so you have to backtrack in the feeling zone. Then what's the word I'm looking for? Practice, when you use things, tactile zone, the actual physical doing things.
Like practical application.
Yes, there we go. Something
There we go.
Yes.
We're on it.
You can feel how. Actually, I sometimes find that doing something can help to feel something. Like when I'm writing and I get stuck, I can go draw a picture, because it creates creativity, and then I can write.
Yeah.
But in life, it's a little bit different. In life, you can get depressed, and then that depression can lead to
True. Yeah, because I was thinking often the thinking about doing something can kind of almost psych you out. And having kind of an idea of these are things that potentially I could do without going any further than that. And just one day saying, okay, I'm going to try this thing, like very spur of the moment, not thinking too far ahead, but doing one thing that's outside of your comfort zone to invite more similar experiences. Because if you do something that's relatively small, then it can show you that, one, it's not as scary or big or overwhelming, and potentially you'll come away with it with a really positive feeling.
You know what? When you're saying that, the people are showing that to me in a chakric way. Like
cool.
Your plexus chakra, and you get to know what your power is, what your abilities are, and then you move through this emotional center to find the honesty and the ability to actually speak that power out. And then once you do that, then the world opens up, and then you can actually connect to who you actually are and why you're here, and stop running in a circle and actually run the country. Does that make sense?
It. Yeah, that sounds great.
You were explaining it, and then they showed me all the shots. Like, that's awesome. I love it. Do you find that happens to you a lot? Because that
ideas pop in and kind of spurt from what other people have got going on.
You're like, you guys are talking while they're talking, and it's really hard.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, one of the primary ways that I receive messages, I receive them through all of the channels, but claircognizance is one of my first and strongest. And that means thoughts and ideas are popping into my head. And so like I can have little mini brainstorms. If you give me something to work with, it will go like this.
And mine is pictures. So while we're talking, I'll see a picture, and then my brain will go, what the picture mean? And then connect, and then I'm not listening as much because two parts of my brain are working. When you're doing the cognizant, only that one part, and then it just seems to be more flowy than
I mean, with thoughts and ideas, there's still the need to formulate like how you're going to present it and to communicate it. Yeah. I mean, a clairaudience is something that's still developing for me. And the way that I receive it is still kind of in metaphor, because I receive a lot of clairaudient message through song and song lyric. So there's a certain amount of, okay, so what is this coming from? But I know a lot of people who are naturally clairaudient is they are hearing words and sentences. And so, I just give you a word, or I give you the sentence that's coming through. So from that perspective, I kind of wonder if people who are very strongly clairaudient maybe have an easier type of message to be able to deliver.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because, well, they all, God, I feel like someone just put a spike in my right ear, which is stop that. Oh my God. Well,
okay. So
different people from the other side communicate differently. Some will just be audio. audio. There'll be like a voice way in the background. I'll be like, who? Especially ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
So much like that, and they'll sometimes even use like a cartoon form of themselves as a representation because they are so far away from the corporeal form. But
Right.
yeah, so yeah,
Interesting.
it's different, I guess, because there's different. The way that I'm with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's a really good differentiation between, say, like mediumship and intuition, or like coming from angels. Again, like with mediumship, you're kind of learning who a person is and their dynamic and how they relate. Where if you're getting something from like higher self or from source or from angel, like that's kind of bypassed. And
Yeah, and
and
that's why it's so much better for
yeah.
people to develop their mediumship skills to speak to their own dead. If they're not a medium, then they're not bombarded with everybody else's dead while they're trying to listen to their own. Because you're you step up to the plate and go, well, I gotta figure out how to do this, or I'm never gonna get a word in.
Yeah, right.
So, but if you do it, then you can hear that person and have that run deep. Yes. I think we have lots of people who are saying things. So I'm gonna
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't even remember where we are.
Off. Okay, Margaret says, what a cool experience. No Cake by the Ocean, apparently. I like that, Morning Star, because I love that song. Cake by the Ocean. That song. Sorry, old song.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Morning Star just told a very offhand joke. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, everyone else can read it and have a private giggle if they wish.
All right.
I'm not messing with anyone who's recently passed over and making fun of nothing. Just so
yeah.
Okie dokie. Wow, Bonnie. Okay. When I read Bonnie's question, Bonnie asks, I would love to hear if there are any messages from my dad or mother and father-in-law. I immediately see my father's hat. And I saw it might have something to do with the fact that my father's hat, someone was helping me move and they put a box on my father's hat, and I was quite upset by that. And I had to go to work, and then I came back and the hat was reformed. And I think maybe what you're being told, Bonnie, is not to worry about things, that your dad will take care of things. Something to that effect. Do you hear anything?
I'm sorry. I was in other messages and I didn't see where we were. Where are we?
We are right. It's way up at 4:20.
Okay.
Time, Bonnie.
Okay. Are we talking to Bonnie?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any messages from my dad or mother and father-in-law? Yeah, I'm getting everything being okay. And in fact, the way that I'm seeing it is like a tablecloth that's wrinkly that you put it on and it's being smoothed. It's being smoothed out so that it can be prepared. So yeah, that there are like some bumps and some wrinkles, and it's maybe not as perfect as you would want, but that things are smoothing out and they are becoming clear. That's what I'm hearing and seeing.
That makes so much sense, because with the hat, it's the same dang thing. We should put it back the way it was supposed to be, and it looks good now. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it could even be that the father-in-law has crossed over the most recently, and the mother and father are telling them they've got the father-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah. Twitchy with the names and things. But yeah. Well, that helps. Yeah. Anyway, I got to answer that because I see something right now.
Absolutely. I'm gonna let you choose where we're going next and what we're up to.
And look for things. Okie dokie. Nikki.
Yeah.
Yes. To your question, I immediately saw yes. And then when I heard yes, and I didn't want to really say anything because I wasn't sure if that would hurt your feelings or upset you, but I didn't do that. But I heard yes. Sorry. Okie dokie. Okay. I hope that's the answer you wanted to hear. I want to learn TV too, Nicole. We should. Oh, yeah. Because if I learn on videos, then people can learn from the video. So is there anyone out there who wants everyone to see what a great tarot card reader teacher or a tea leaf reader teacher, or like,
you know, it's so funny that you say that, because one of the things that I was thinking today, and I think we've kind of talked about this idea, is that we should take some time and we should, you and me, and we should learn a new divinatory tool. And Yeah, and
knows.
yeah, exactly. I think that'd be a lot of fun because I mean, with what we have, and if we have a little bit of guidance, then boom.
My brain just told me that I should learn I Ching with you, but then I told Nam, no. Erin's way too good with math and stuff. She will only make me feel like I'm in the corner.
Okay, so I have to laugh because that was exactly the one that I was thinking, oh, Bobbi and I should learn I Ching together. I have a book that I bought. I have a little bit of information from Radley Valentine from a book of his, that an audiobook that I listened to. And the little bits and pieces that I know is that we only need to be able to count up to 9.
I can count to 9.
You can count to 9.
And English. And I think Spanish, but a Spanish person might tell me, no, you don't. I don't think that's true, Roberta Denise. That's my real name. Okie dokie. Hello, Tracy. I don't know if we've said hello to you, and I apologize profusely, Tracy.
I don't think we have said hello to Tracy. And to Paulette.
Paulette. Hello, Paulette.
Hi. Awesome. And Kimberly, I'm not sure if we've spoken. Oh, hold on a second. No, we're blocking this person. So just putting it out there to anybody who feels that they should be offering readings to somebody on our live stream, do not, because we're blocking them and we're getting rid of you. So
rid of you so fast.
Yeah. So I'm only one of us should do it at a time because I know in the past we've both been doing it and it hasn't updated. So yeah. I
will leave it alone.
Yes. Perfect. Awesome.
So one of my stray cats is here. I don't have, there's here.
Okay. Now I'm seeing a couple of questions or a couple of comments from Sarah. And so I'm just going to pop back up. Oh yes, because she's making an offer on a townhouse tomorrow. Do you think I'll get it? It may go into multiple offers. Should I write a letter to the owner? And she's also said down here as a second comment that when she walked in, it felt like home. Yeah, I'm getting a really strong yes. And I'm feeling a lot of releasing your fears around it. And the way that I'm kind of seeing that is, I'm actually looking at the massage table hinges that it reminding me of, but like a suitcase, you know, the old suitcases where you kind of flip them up and they open. Which one? Yes. The Samsonite ones. Yes. So open the opportunities, open to, yes, releasing fears. So yes, go for it and write the letter.
Yes. And I actually saw you standing in the driveway and going like this and allowing the roots to root down through the driveway and into the house. And I see these big, massive roots going into the house. I also hear it's not so much, if you don't get this one, it's because you're going to be 3 doors down. It's something like that. Like you're in the right. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. And part of what you said, I totally agree with everything. And just to add on it, anytime you do any form of energetic or manifestation work, you want to make sure that you're grounding into the present reality, because in a lot of cases, we're manifesting in the ethers and we want to bring it into our present and current experience. So grounding is a really big part of that manifestation process, and it's often not talked about.
Thank you. Yes. Excellent. Because I wouldn't have known that. And now I know that. Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense, because so many of my manifestations, I'm like, I can see it way over there.
It's just like, bring it in.
And you're trying to chase it in the parking lot. You just keep kicking it as you go. Yeah. I tried to wrap a present on the hood of my car on a windy day in the Driftwood Mall parking lot yesterday.
That's brave.
No, stupid. Stupid's the word. Stupid is the word. The tape kept going at one point. The whole roll went across the parking lot and dropped everything. Yeah. Oh, it was awful. Yeah. People were really nice. Only a few laughed right at me.
The rest of them behind your back, or
no? Like, what is that stunned woman doing? Why is she going inside? What's wrong with her? What is she doing on out of her car? Yeah. Oh my God. It was one of those, I became homicidal.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
and I had to, and I said, "Angels, please protect us from the wind." Yes.
Beautiful.
And they went, "Which wind? This one?"
Yeah.
That's what they did.
So, okay, can I put something out there?
Yes.
You were protected from the wind because the wind was not actually a threat to you. Like we weren't talking about hurricane force winds. So you want to be really specific. Can you protect my gift wrapping experience from the wind? Because you weren't in any harm.
I wasn't in any harm. And, you know, at the time, I'm not sure what I uttered, but I'm sure the angels went, okay, we're going to edit.
Right.
Yeah. Because
I
try not to swear when I talk to them. But yes, anyway.
Yeah. They wouldn't judge you for it. So
Back to Sarah to finding her home, and that's lovely.
Beautiful. I really love when you guys come together and you show community in the comments. I think that's amazing.
Yes, I think it's wonderful. Yes. Hello, Jen.
I don't even know where we are, so choose where we're going next.
Okie dokie, because there's a few questions. Now, okay. Now, Caitlin is talking about how she stepped out of her comfort zone.
Oh, beautiful.
Well done, Caitlin. I
Perfect.
Comfort zone recently and restarted a business I opened in December, but didn't really do anything with it because I was so scared. Get that? Yeah. Commitment to step out of my comfort zone and open up more and do something every day that wouldn't normally do. I've already doubled sales from the changes I've made. Whoop! Done.
I love that. That's awesome, Caitlin. Congratulations,
Caitlin.
I would really like to invite Caitlin to share a little bit more about her business in the comments so that we can share
your sales.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that we can share a little bit more, because I mean, we love supporting our Orachellians. If you're here with us, we want to support you. So let us know what you're doing. And congratulations. That's amazing.
Congratulations. Yes. And are you right-handed, Erin?
Yep, I'm right-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Oh, are you?
We have blue or turquoise.
Right, because you're writing across the page.
As a kid, it was because people would actually, especially girls, would go, "Don't you ever wash?"
Right.
Cool. I'm left-handed, and none of the binders, nothing works. I even write in a notebook with one of my characters because I write each character in a different little book. Yeah, and I turn it over so that
what a good idea.
It's all turned around. Yeah, so it will be this way, and then you'll turn, and it's this way. Because I can't do the, what am I going to do with the coil? I got this hand. So, left-handed Morningstar. Anyway,
I love it.
Tracy has had messages from my dad. The minute I read it, I saw a man putting his shoes on. Like he was getting ready for work, getting ready to go out. And they're like dress shoes, and the socks are a darker sock, which denotes that they're going to work or they're going to a place that is nicer. The sock though looks like it's like a blue and the shoe a brown. So I don't know if your dad was colorblind or if he just had no fashion sense. So I always like to do every detail because otherwise, because maybe he was colorblind. And that is his way of confirming to her, oh my God, it's me. This is how I show you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was going to say, I'm seeing little blue orbs. So it's interesting that you picked up on blue sock because blue orb for me is baby, and specifically boy baby. So that's what he's showing to me is he's got like a couple of orbs that he's popping it around. I want to say 2, but he's showing me that there are many. But they're kind of a little more dim. And these other 2, one of them blue, the other one green. So green for me means undecided, are really upfront and very vibrant. So when I talk to your dad, that's what I get.
Undecided.
That's just for me. Like pink for girl, blue for boy, green undecided. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get, okay. I can kind of see that. I get plaid.
You get plaid. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I get yellow with miscarry.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
They're always yellow because yellow used to denote sickness.
Right.
And I think that's because the color yellow, no offense, son, but excuse me. Sorry. You're being bold, Trey.
So
You spent so much hair. Anyway.
So of course that's really interesting to me because I go immediately to solar plexus chakra with like sense of self.
Yeah. Yeah. Yellow. But when I think of yellow, I think of the bile that was in the toilet when I first morning throw ups and
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
I can see that too.
I should look into this. Why does yellow make me denote sickness and illness?
Yeah. That's right.
Why do I hate myself? Oh my God, is it self-hatred? No.
I hope not. Oh dear. Okay, let me see. Where are we going next?
Hello, Guy. Guy is here. Oh, Mercy is here. Hello, Mercy.
Hi, Mercy. And Guy or Guy. Hi. And Nicole and Nikki. Where else are we?
Yes.
Yes.
Mercy has asked if her son is happy and what he would like her to do.
And
we weren't going to do readings today.
when once you open the door, the floodgates open. It's just floodgates. So yeah.
We mean them. We don't mean the living folks. We mean those because they know more than we knew. No more. Yeah. They're always there. And they always know the potential of things. And I actually think because I will, if I hear that I'm supposed to help somebody in that kind of way, I actually go to the dead people and say, you tell them to go to me rather than I go to So they can influence us in that way. I don't think that makes much sense. But anyway. Honestly, Mercy, I hear that it doesn't matter what you do because he's fine and he's okay. And just as long as you're doing the right traditional things, the burning, things like that, tobacco. Maybe you might want to send some tobacco. That actually is very cross-cultural, the tobacco.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
And even the burning of belongings, like the burning of some clothing, the burning of some food, just so that they have food, clothing, and warmth, and all those sorts of things. And if you think about it, even in Catholicism, they burn a candle.
Yeah.
And I believe the candle is symbolic, is it not?
I'm sorry, the candle is what?
Is symbolic, like the wine is the blood of Christ, the wafer is the body, like the candle, I think, is symbolic of life.
I would imagine, or just light in general. Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know a lot about Catholic practices, so I couldn't say. But I do know that many, like the candles, that goes back to paganism. There are so many candle pagan practices.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, just even colors of candles. I didn't realize it as I'm looking more and more into Wicca and being a witch and such. White candles for certain things, red candles, black candles for certain things. I even have a list because I will tell you right here and now what those are, but I have a list for a reason. It took me a while with the chakras too.
Yeah.
It took me, I used to meditate and keep a little card with me. And if I forgot, I could look at the first one, memorize the colors. Then I had to memorize I memorized the colors first, then the I am, I can, I feel, I get them, which I did in the wrong order.
It's okay.
I'm aware. No, sorry. Yeah.
So Mercy, I've also got a little something that popped right in, and honestly, it was before I read your whole question. I just saw, what is it? Wondering what my son would want and that you had lost him. That was all that I saw. And he showed me like shoelaces, which is interesting on the heels of Bobbi's previous shoe. But I saw shoelaces and tying shoelaces up. And for me, that feels like tying up loose ends, making sure that you're not like tripping or stumbling, that there are things that he's wanting to encourage you to like tie up and not to necessarily hold off on doing. And it feels like it's really coming from a place of love to make sure that you're okay. And as I'm saying that, he's also telling me, I wanted to say that there was something that you were going to be able to pass off to someone else to take it off of your plate. But he's showing me that there is something that he feels is really important. He says that you know what it is, and he wants you to take care of it yourself.
Okay. I also wonder if you're having neck pain. Because he shows himself hugging you. he's pulling your whole neck, and it looks like the way a baby bear hugs a mama bear in Brother Bear in cartoons. But it looks like there's like a pull here on your neck and a squishing. So I don't know if you're actually having neck pain and wondering if it's your stress in your morning and you're sleeping funny or something like that. Because sometimes we get sore due to stress.
Yep, absolutely.
Due to stress. What a silly thing for me to say. But yeah, the whole time Erin was that they wouldn't. I was like, is there anything else? But nope. Your neck. So yeah. So you're there. And Nikki has said sorry for your loss, Mercy.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Spreading the love like peanut butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy to spread.
You know, it's so random that you say that because today I'll have oatmeal for breakfast and I stir my peanut butter into it, but I needed to have my peanut butter today anyway. And so I took a scoop of peanut butter and I just ate it. It was not good. It really would have been better spread on something. So
yes.
There you go. Pardon?
Bread. I actually have to eat peanut butter right off a spoon. That's the way I have to eat it.
That's how you eat it.
Today was a barbecue, so I had to eat in front of people.
Yeah.
People think I'm like, oh my gosh, she's anorexic.
And she's not eating.
She ate. She won't take a bun. Look at her. Yeah. Oh, take that bun. If I can eat that bun, I'll go falling on the floor and crying. I would.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Wait. Yeah, the peanut butter. If you put chocolate chips in it, can you eat chocolate chips?
I can eat some chocolate chips as long as they don't have soy in them. So yeah, I do have chocolate chips. Okay, I would give that a try. For me, it was really the consistency of it, and it just kind of gets stuck on the roof of your mouth.
Up the peanut butter consistency, and as you chew, you'll create more saliva, and then the peanut butter will go down. And it's like you're like, oh my god, this is what a Reese's peanut butter cup should taste like. They're good.
Okay, well, I think you've just blown my mind, Miss Bobbi. So,
oh, I have found a way to consume foods in a different, totally different kind of way. Come to me.
Yeah,
I'll show you how to live without bread and pasta and still enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
So Nicole has a really interesting comment question. She says, my grandpa has been waiting to die for a long time now, and we are just waiting. Do you have any insight about that and what he might be waiting for? It feels like he's already halfway to the other side, one foot out the door kind of thing.
I actually see his feet. They first showed like garlic on the bottoms of his feet, which you garlic his feet when they're sick to pull out the impurities. And they showed it like he has some sort of guilt. I think Grandpa may have, I don't know if he served or something, but there's something inside of him he has to let go that's from way back. And they actually showed Nicole rubbing his feet and like letting him let it go. You might even want to put like a crystal or a quartz at the bottom of his and try to draw that out of him. Isn't that strange?
That's really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, because what I was getting was that there was something that he was holding on to, like needing permission. But the way that the question has been asked, it feels like family's, really ready for Grandpa to go too. So like he's already been given that permission. So yeah, I'm totally with you on that.
Fear that judgment when they pass. They don't know. I'm a little afraid they're gonna go, I'm sorry, you did like half of what we told you to do. Because I know full well that I'm here completing a task and I know the importance of it. What if I'm not actually, I'm afraid I'm going to get a spanking. Anyway.
I'm not even going to tackle that last part, but yeah. Oh, and sorry, just popping back to Nicole and like the fear of judgment. I don't know if there's any like religious belief or anything along those lines in the family, but it may be worth having him talk to somebody about what it could be like. Bobbi would also be a really great person to connect with, to have conversation about that. So to see if there's anything that's holding him. Yeah,
I have actually talked to lots of people on their way out. Some people actually want to talk to me to know what's going to happen with them, what's going to happen with this. Yeah, when You know which one comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
One of them. Oh, it's not right for me to cry. So, anyway, told her I wouldn't. That's why. Okay. Now, the Morningstar brings up something kind of interesting, which at first I read it, I don't know if I understand, but I think I do understand. Do you do future casting?
Pardon me?
Do you do future casting in your readings?
Well, I would say yes. I mean, like as a psychic, a big part of what we talk about is things that are coming. Yeah, things that are coming. And what I can see is kind of the projected, like with the path that you're on, like this is where things are going. I think one of the benefits of a reading like this is if what we're talking about is not what you're wanting to create, then you've got a really powerful option and opportunity to make change. And one of the things I always ask for is I always ask for tools to help with that. That would be what I talk about. I haven't read Morningstar's comment here. So he said, when you see forward, it seems like it would be something you got to figure out instead of instructions you got to follow. I know a pawnbroker whose gift is like this. He sees a metaphorical explanation. Yeah, I would say that too. I mean, metaphorical explanation, that's really a way to receive messages. Some things for people are like really straightforward and direct, and some things are things that you are needing to figure out. I mean, it all depends on and the way that you receive messages and information, and the fluency that you have with how you receive messages and information. Like if you are really comfortable and aware and understand how you get messages, you should be able to get something clear if there is something clear to be had.
Yeah, and sometimes those metaphors are actually that clear message. Because they are for me. They'll show me this and I'll go, oh, that means that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I agree too with because it can be ambiguous. When I get future stuff, I'll even say to people, okay, I don't really do future casting, but sometimes it's actually something that you are absolutely creating, and that is like it's like you're building a cake. It is going to work because you put yeast in it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does yeast rise? Yeah, I think
yeast rises. I don't think you put it in a cake, but yes, yeast rises.
I've only done cookies so far, so
yeah. I think you'd use baking soda and baking powder for that, but I hear where you're going with it.
It's not why I put the baking soda and baking powder in. Oh, well, good to know.
Yeah, they're leavening agents.
I am not an instruction reader. I'm a doer, and then why didn't that go right?
Yeah. What's happening?
yeah, I'm terrible for it. People always talk about men being like that. I think my penis got stuck on my mom.
Oh my goodness! Maybe that's why you were the last kid.
That's why my name's Bob.
Right.
They get the last name. Like, oh, no, I don't want to be a boy.
Yeah. Want to be girl.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Things, and I am aware of that, and I apologize. But yeah, it's kind of it's like the prisoner making fun of the guard. Might not be nice, but it's kind of
a little getting back these.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Awesome. And I'm just seeing that we say hello to Jenna as I'm scrolling down.
Jenna.
Awesome. And Tracy, I noticed here, has said that yes, her dad did not have the best fashion sense.
Oh, good. Hilarious.
Awesome. And I'm seeing an interesting comment from Ariel. First of all, I don't think that we've seen you on today, so welcome. And Ariel has asked how long my hair is, and so it is, I don't know, it's like this long. There we go. It's close. If I had smaller boobies, then it would be down to them, but they are not.
So mine would be past mine.
There you go.
But they're in a race to the floor,
right? To the finish.
Yes. We're like, get to your toes first, and anyway.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, and I see Guy saying here, hey, you both good? I'm good. You good?
I'm good. I'm well beyond good. Thank you very much for asking, Guy. I
Yes,
actually I try to do that because people who work in retail settings will always go, "How are you today?" I try very hard to remember to say, "How are you?" back to them because it's so easy to go fine and then just keep on going with your life. Like it's their job to check in on you, not your job to recheck back. So yeah, I am noticing. Yeah, I'm starting that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get to what morning start, but
Okay. Yeah.
So, Amanda, your birthday coming up next week. Will it be a good year? And
feeling way off this week. Low energy, high energy. Oh.
feeling off this week. Yeah, because I'm looking at Amanda's name, thinking I think I'm supposed to get a hold of you. I do believe I am. Do you think I am? I could be wrong. I think it's about your son. Anyway, birthday will it be a good year? Feeling off this week, low energy, high energy, and distracted. Okay, now the week that we just happened, that the week you're because were you a part of that week?
Yeah, this past week was really weird for sure. Like lots of energy all over the place. I definitely had that too. I've got a little something else that's coming up for Amanda around that. But what's coming up for you?
Oh, okay. Well, it's what I keep seeing is that feeling when you walk into a room and you can't remember why you were there because your mind is talking about something else, and you're trying to make it into an action thing rather than a sit and listen thing. Does that make sense? Because I can't remember why I'm there. It's because I'm distracting myself with something else. Like I've got my stupid rectangle. That's thing. And my hand, looking at and then I walk into the room and go, why do I exist?
Yeah. So part of what I'm hearing is grounding and mindfulness.
Yeah, so like that. Yeah. And it could be an about time thing because it's her birthday.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say is, when we come into our birthday, especially the last couple of weeks, from an astrological perspective, we're at the end of like that cycle and that journey. And once we have our birthday, like many of the stars that were present at the time of our birth are now back in alignment. And so there's a rejuvenation that can happen. So, if you're feeling a little bit disoriented and kind of all over the place, this could also be encouragement to say, hey, like, let's slow down. Let's not run into this head first. And maybe this is an opportunity to not only to slow down, but to look back over the last year. Like, what can you celebrate about the last year? What did you learn about the last year? What do you want to take forward with you into the next year? What do you maybe want to like conclude, wrap up, and leave behind? So, I feel that this year has the potential to be a really awesome and an amazing year, but want to encourage you not to be running helter-skelter into it, but really slow down and pay attention to your energy.
That is an awesome perspective. And the whole time you were talking about it, I saw it as little mini judgments. Because when I see judgment, what I see is we die and then we get to go and review our life and see the way we did things, how we affected people when we did them. That would be a really neat thing to do on your birthday and go through an introspective of the year, see how you affected people, what happened there. Because we spend so much time seeing how everything affects us.
Yep. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Affecting everything else in the world. And you might not, because so many people don't see how smashing they are.
Yeah.
You see, like this morning when we first got on, I said, "Oh, it don't look good today." And you said, "You look great today." I'm like, "You're a liar."
No. And I think I also said to you, Bobbi, even on your absolute worst day, you are always stunning, because it's true.
See?
Yeah.
This is why other people should do your funeral, not you.
Right.
You don't like you as much as they like you. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully if they've shown up for the funeral, they enjoyed your company to some extent.
Yes, but I think that's what Amanda should do as well. I think that's a great perspective that you've given her. That's smashing. Yes.
Well, and I really love the part that you took on it, and it kind of makes me wonder. It's like cleaning. If you clean up a little bit at a time every day, then your home, your space stays nice and tidy. But if you don't do it on a regular basis, suddenly you have to do the great big huge haul, like mother of all mothers purging and cleaning. And I kind of wonder from like a passing experience if you can start doing that cleanup beforehand, so that once you get to the other side, that things are, there's less to do. It's just maintenance instead of the huge overhaul.
Exactly. I let mine get through the huge overhaul. And now my type A personality Aquarian daughter is in there with her boots on.
Yep.
Coming out my witch's kitchen. It's terrible. It's great. It's absolutely great. And she looks at me like I did it on purpose just to give her a job to do. Like I'm just happy you're doing it, not me. Sure.
So I think one thing that we should put out there is, unlike Bobbi's witch's kitchen, when it comes to that final, nobody else can do it but you.
That part, yes. And actually, because she's respectful. She's my child.
Yes.
So she's not going to throw out anything that she knows will come back and hit her in the back in the occipital bone later.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it the way I did it, because I actually see my children as little tree branches off my trunk, or pears off my limbs, because I guess I got to release it at some point.
Yes, you do have to release them at some point. Yeah.
It's terrible. Oh, Chitoki. Yes, Morning Star, Aleister Crowley. I have heard of him. You've heard of Aleister Crowley, correct?
I haven't done much with Wicca at all. Yeah, no, that's not something I've looked into.
Yeah, I'm actually reading somebody right now, and I can't remember his name, but I'll put it on the thing after, because I can't remember, but I'm really enjoying the book. And I wasn't going to read it because I thought, I don't know what this gentleman can tell me. And the voices in my head said, stop being such a sexist ass.
Right.
You're right. I'm gonna listen.
Absolutely. Because all of that work starts with us too. So if we want to see change, we need to be change as well.
We are all one. Whether you got something dangling off you or something protruding out of you. I am on fire of being really, really offensive today, so I apologize to everyone. Yes.
Yeah. So Lynn, you go ahead.
Hello, Lynn. Lynn runs the Zoom, the Art of Departure, that I was just on just before. I've participated in many Zooms with Lynn, and Lynn is the editor of my book.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Welcome, Lynn. I'm so glad that you've been working with Bobbi in so many different ways, and can hardly wait to see what comes of your connection. That's awesome.
It was like the first time you two were seeing each other, and I've talked about each other actually. So.
Awesome. But I think Lynn's got a great question too. Have we been making the spirits jealous because they remember the good times with the peanut butter?
No. Because they can just say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go to the Himalayas. See ya. I think I'll go watch Angels have a concert. See ya.
Right? Yeah. Sayonara. Love it.
I love it. I'll meet Elvis in my head. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I never get that. I never see somebody who, like, I would think that my sisters would believe that when I died, I'd go find Heath Ledger. And at the very least get his autograph.
Right, of course. Which
is most likely not going to be a thing, because when I die, the energy that I am will just be connected to, it won't be this. Because I never actually met Heath Ledger. My personality was attracted to his talent rather than anything else. So, because he's very man. Anyway, so does that make sense?
It makes sense to me. Yeah. I have scrolled down a little bit, and I see Mercy has responded to what we had said earlier, and she said, yes, I do have neck pain. I burn a candle, and it started a fire in his room, and they woke up on time. So wonderful. I'm so glad that you woke up on time.
And I bet you he woke you guys up, and I bet you the fire started because that's what he would have done.
Yeah.
If he had a candle in his room, he would have effed up and accidentally dropped a t-shirt on it or something like that. Oh my God. And started a fire in his room. So
absolutely.
Oh,
awesome.
We'll rub his feet tomorrow and say goodbye. Thank you, Nicole.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's lovely. Awesome. Let me see. Oh, and good. And chat with him too. That's lovely.
Everything that's
Wonderful.
amazing guy. And
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
it's funny. The word worship, Morningstar was talking about he avoids groups that worship something. The word worship is a little bit, it's worship, revere, believe in. Are they all the same?
I mean, I'm kind of of a similar mind. For me, first of all, I don't really gravitate towards groups kind of in general. For me, spirituality is like your own personal understandings of what's happening and putting things together. And maybe you're going to learn from people. Maybe you'll walk alongside people for a while, but I don't think that has been anyone or any group or organization that has pulled to me and has said, hey, like this is the path that is meant for me. So yeah, worship for me is, I don't know that I really worship anything from that perspective. What about you?
Sorry, I was just getting rid of a naughty monkey.
Yes, I've been getting rid of spammers too. So
yeah, I actually I go back and forth because the ideology that runs in my head is not so much of a but it is a pay homage to those who know more than you. Would to an elder in that same sort of way, because I see a hierarchy. I see levels. I see well, I've said it a million times what I see, but yeah, I always see it actually looks like a pyramid system going to a certain point, but not one deity, obviously, because
right,
there's one deity,
kind of a general destination.
It was a constant thing. Yes. So worship is,
I see it slightly differently. I see it outside of a hierarchy, because for me, hierarchy is something that feels really uncomfortable. And when I look at how we all work and interact, I see us all working and interacting together in lots of different ways. Like, for example, when I get messages from angels to do things, those are things that are helping people. So I'm acting as somebody who is working on behalf of. So like it's not just me going to them. I'm also being guided and directed to do things to help and to support others. And, without me taking that action, then potentially that work is not being done or needs to be done in a different way. I do see that we all vibrate at different levels, because we are like closest to the physical earth. Our vibration is slower, and that there are other beings that vibrate faster. But I wouldn't necessarily say that one is better or less than the other. I see us all working kind of homogenously.
So how I would describe it is, if you have a doctor's office, you need an architect to actually design the office. Then you need a builder to build the office. Then you need a plumber to put this. Everybody has to work together, and everybody has a different set of skills. And the doctor couldn't possibly build a house, but the builder couldn't possibly fix you.
Yeah.
Dr. Candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. We all have our own job.
Yeah, we all have our own job, and it's not because I guess because it's shown to me like that. That's why I get under this idea of hierarchy. I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm actually naked. Sorry. That kind of thing for me. So okay, that's it. So in my head, it probably, I, as a personality, as a human being that is alive now, can see it as some jobs are more important than others. That would be a Bobbi personality idea that I have to relax back from. Because, well, I guess you don't either. I come by like this happened.
Yeah.
And I had to unfold from that, rather than I started a spiritual path and went, oh my, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, and working your way backwards in a lot of senses.
My way back to I want to understand what everybody else gets.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. I totally see it.
All right. Okay. This has been
fabulous.
I think this has
been. It has been, and I have to say, I'm starting to get close to my limit. How are you doing?
I'm the word euphoric came in my head. I'm not. So yeah. And you know what? We usually do 90 minutes, hour and a half. So do you want to start winding down within the next 15 minutes?
That sounds good to me. Let's do that.
I'm gonna start winding down the next 50 minutes. And can we put this out there? If you have a question that is burning, we did not get to it, and you really, really, really need to get to it, we do this regularly. And you could very well, we've talked about it before, people messaging us questions before
I'm not open to that
Okay,
personally. But if that's something that you want to take on, I have so many messages that come into me that I don't have time and energy to respond to that I'm not open to. But if you want to do that, I would love to see that, and we could certainly do that.
I watch you go insane on that one.
Yeah.
If you want to work quite frazzled, like you're being electrocuted all the time, because that's what it's like. It really is. Because I'll have my phone, all of a sudden, boom, I'll see something come in from a client, and I go, oh no, I'm right in the middle of doing this, and I can tell that their house is on fire, and now this is on, and now, oh, yeah, and then, yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing, and I know that's something that I can't and I won't do. So that one's I get that. I'm noticing though in behind you that it looks like there's a rainbow that's coming in over your bench. And maybe it's just the light, but it looked like there was a rainbow that was there. It was really beautiful.
That's pretty awesome. That's why I wanted to do it out there. I actually just saw a flash behind me too.
Oh, beautiful.
What happens in this yard? It's so amazing. And I have a little visitor with me. My other little stray, because you know my stray, Freya. Well, Freya has a sibling. I'm pretty sure they're a sibling because they have the exact same face. They're much thinner and way more skittish. I believe they're living in behind my shed, and they've been around me this entire time that we've been on.
Beautiful.
They've been actually sniffing. I've been hoping that they put their little face over the camera so you guys wouldn't know what's going on, because they're only going very low. If you've seen me, you may have actually noticed him. Him or her. Look at that.
Yeah, I did. I've seen a little black body moving around. Is that who it is?
That's who it is. Yeah. So these two beautiful little stray kitties who are so cuddly, so sweet. Does anybody need kitties? Because I have 2 kitties. I can't bring these cats inside. They have to live outside because I have a dog that would kill them. So
yeah.
Anyway, they moved into my yard.
It's a lovely place to be.
Thank you very much, Guy. Guy said we're both stunning.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Great taste. Yes. Yeah. I missed the stars and moon. It's been hazy, cloudy, smoky skies. I thought you were in New York, but are you in Alberta?
I'm pretty sure Corinne is in New York.
Yeah. They might be getting, because I had heard that New York was getting a lot of the smoke from the fire.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because there are a lot of fires in Quebec right now.
Yes. And are there some in the Ontario-Quebec border? Yeah, there's lots of fires.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. There are a lot of
to go to fires.
Yeah.
My husband fights forest fires because I married a hero.
Yes, you did.
See here.
Awesome.
So you let us Penny Mayday.
Sorry?
Such a long name. Ciao Bella, Penny Mayday, Chiochetti.
Okay.
Beautiful. I know I butchered that, and Penny's just going at me right now.
So are we talking to about her being estranged from her eldest son? Okay. So Ciao Bella Penny, we're just going to go with that. I'm estranged from my oldest son. Can you tell me if you might be open to my reaching out to him?
I immediately get a yes and then a no right away after that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I get too. I get yes, but not yet. And
not about her, it's about him.
Yeah, and there's something that needs to happen on his end in order for things to open up for him to be open to connecting.
I actually think he needs to receive an enlightenment.
And that would totally make sense. Yep.
I want to help facilitate that because I did that for a member of my family. Every day I I was gonna say I sick the angels on them, but I thought Erin's gonna get mad if I say that. So every day I prayed and asked the angels to intervene with them. And I said, go let them know how much they miss me. That's what I would say. And it worked. It took me 2 months. But yeah, that's with manifestations. They take time. You got to put the time in and they will give you that time.
And it also has to do with what's in the other person's best and highest good, because we can't overrule that. And ultimately they have free will as well. So they have to be open on some level in order to receiving that. So yeah, absolutely. You can do things and it will happen when it's appropriate for your son. Yeah.
And if he reaches that state, then you guys will come kaboom. It won't be, and not that he's in a lower state, but he's not in a self-love state. So if he gets to the point where he can see himself in a different kind of way, because you already do, then you actually can connect and let go of what has been and be on what is. Yeah. And I believe this is your son that has the daughter, I believe, because I actually see it as a full trio. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's what I saw. All right. We have a Steffi here. Hello, Steffi.
I'm going to agree with that because my headset just cut out. So yes, sounds good.
I was wondering why you were lately. Hey, whatever you said, Bobbi. Okie dokie. Would I and Paras meet today before he travels? Paras must be a name.
I would think that that's a person. Well, yes, he. I would think that that's a him.
Yeah, and I saw a phone, and it's beige. A white phone is communication from on high. A black phone is a communication from people on the other side. I've never seen a beige phone, so it must be communication with the living.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. I'm seeing that there's contact, but I don't know that there's a meeting, like a seeing of being in person. I'm feeling like kind of crossing paths and
communication
and kind of waving. Yeah. So I could see that being challenged communication maybe too.
Okie dokie. And honestly, on the other end of that, it doesn't matter. Like, you know how we always like, oh, I gotta do this, and then 5 years later you're like, oh my god, I was like really upset about that.
Yeah,
you realize that was gonna happen. So yeah, there's something like that going on. That was ambiguous as well.
Yeah. Well, what I would say with that is remove yourself from the situation and look from it from a different perspective, an overall perspective of all of the things, rather just than like where you're coming from, because there's something else that's going on.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel bad, but yeah.
I agree. Okie dokie. So are you amiable to this? We have one more from Pamela that I would like to quickly answer. And then Nancy has one. And then do you want to go home?
Yeah. That sounds great.
Pamela, because something happened for me that I was actually going to post. Yes, butterflies, especially my daughter. She now sees butterflies all the time, totally associates them with my aunt who's crossed over, who was very close to my daughter. But when I saw Pamela's thing, because she asked if they had been a message or sign for her, I had a moth. Last year I had a monarch butterfly pass away right after my aunt, right in my driveway. So when my daughter said that, I said, yeah, that makes sense to me. And this year I had one of the, I'll send the picture. It's so neat. You know, one of the eyeball moths. It's this big.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. And I actually kind of put it in my garden. I put it with my witch's broom, so it would slowly decompose in there. I didn't want anyone to step on it, because to me, that moth symbolized something to me as well. It's that next step. Because I think of moth, of the stages of the moon and Wicca and things like that. So butterflies to me are people from the other side. Now, what about you?
Yeah, from the other side, and also transformation. Butterflies are highly transformational. And so if it doesn't immediately connect for you with someone who's crossed over, then I would look to see where there's the potential and the opportunity for transformation in your life, for things to change, and always in an improvement. It's never in a decline. It's always something that's improving.
Yeah, and it could even be more than one people in her life. Like she's going to have a transformation because somebody else has a transformation. And
Yeah.
death is transformation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see it
Absolutely.
any other way because it's just
Yeah.
getting out of this little prison that we're in my
Yeah.
opinion. Okay,
Absolutely.
all
I'm
right.
with you.
One left.
Yeah.
Nancy,
Yeah.
do you want to read it?
Awesome. Yeah. So Nancy says, I have been restless, feeling as though I have to shake up the energy in my yard and space, moving things, changing things, feeling unsettled as though someone is sending me a message. I can't quite put my finger on it. Is there a message for me? I feel my late husband is showing up in many ways. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I get those
Mhm.
ones, and that it's actually getting rid of the old and making room for the new. That's what they're
Yeah.
trying to tell you. You got to change that energy around because something's coming in. You need to be ready for it.
Absolutely. And
Oh
potentially that there's something that you've been and potentially something that you've been holding on to and it's time to release it. So, if the changing and the moving of the things in your space isn't having the effect that you are wanting, take a look to see what is in your life in other ways to see where there's the need for change as well.
Mhm.
Kind of a sprucing up and a purging.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And her late husband could be involved in it because her betterment is his betterment. If she
Mhm.
feel that she can make her life better, it behooves him to help her to do that because that raises his vibration and then her vibration, and especially if he wants to canoodle with her when she crosses.
That's really interesting. I had no idea that the impact that we have here or what we do here has an impact on our loved ones on the other side.
Huge impact, yeah, especially
Ah,
if you are of a family where you can see that there's something that keeps running the family into a ditch, and you
right?
can tell that there's something, your betterment of yourself actually betters the entire family, and then the whole ancestral line on the other side brings everybody up. Yeah, we're
Well,
connected.
that, of course, yes, that makes sense. Because, one of the things that I do with Body Code is we release things that have been inherited. So through the line. And as we release things, anybody who has inherited it through this lineage, it's released for them as well, whether they are living or whether they have crossed over. So, of course, that totally makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Beautiful. I love it.
it's super cool, actually.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
everything seem so much more, because when it's just about you, but when it's about everybody and what you do actually affects other people, oh, that's smashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an audience reaction is a good reaction. That's actually, it always goes back to my theater days. Oh, and nobody in the audience laughs at the joke. I'm like, oh, that joke's dead. If I say a joke and everyone laughs, like I just made this happen. I created an energy in the room. It's
Mhm.
smashing.
Beautiful. That's
I'm so
beautiful.
grateful. So, my little friend.
Awesome. Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready. All
Wonderful.
right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We appreciate you immensely.
It's always a pleasure connecting with you, and we are both grateful for the time and the energy that you have spent and that you have shared with us. And we look forward to connecting with you again in the future.
All right, lady.
Awesome.
All right.
Oops.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh my God.
We did it together. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for the blow kiss? Okay, that wasn't quite on time, but everything else was good.
We can edit it. No, we don't.
No, we can't. We're live. Bye, everyone.